So this is my 2004 Transporter T5. It's the 1.9 PD engine. It's a 102 brake horsepower version. Done over 200,000 miles. I think it's 210,000 miles at the minute. It looks bad. It looks like a 20-year-old high mileage engine, which it is, but it's actually faultless. Doesn't leak, doesn't smoke. There's no issues whatsoever with it. It quite often gets mentioned as one of the best diesel engines ever made. I definitely think so. I must have had a dozen of these in Skodas, Audis. I've had quite a few Golfs. I've actually got two more cars with this engine in at the minute, or variations of this engine. I've got my Audi A4. That's done over 200,000 miles. I've had it a couple of years. It's actually the 130 PD one, which is apparently that's the best one. And then I've got this Golf. I've had this about 6 months. I've got this for my daughter to learn to drive in because the Audi's auto. So I'm teaching her to drive in this at the minute, but again, over 200,000 miles and runs and drives perfect. So the plan for this video, what I'm going to get done today, first of all, I'm going to just give it a mega clean. I don't think it's ever been cleaned in 20 years. And then I'm going to be stripping quite a lot of the parts. I'm going to get this rocker cover off. So all this sludge on air, there's no oil leaks on this car, or water leaks, or any type of leak, but the seal's gone on this cap. It's quite common, and that is what all this sludge is. It's probably been gone for years, so all this sludge has just built up. So I'll be replacing that, probably just the whole cap. And then I'm going to see how it cleans up, but I'm probably going to end up spraying all this intake manifold and the EGR and a couple of other bits. And then all these rusty clips and bolts, I'm going to be trying to get them rust free. If not, I'm going to have to replace stuff. Same with the water reservoir. I'll try and get it as clean as I can. First thing I'm going to do is get this scuttle panel off, full of old leaves and crap in there. I've had to make this tool to get the wipers off. They're a bit stuck on. So they come off and then the scuttle just pulls off on clips. So that has come up much better than I thought. That's quite satisfying to do. There's no rust or anything in there. Hopefully the rest of the engine bays comes out this well. So all of these spring clips, I'm going to be putting them in an acid bath to try and get the rust out of them. All of the black plastics, like this airbox, I'm going to clean them up, and I've got lots of the Forever Black dye left from when I did the dashboard, and I'm probably going to end up dyeing them. While the engine's stripped down, I'm going to also be servicing it as well, so this air filter will get changed. So this water reservoir came out really clean on the outside, but it's pretty dirty on the inside. You can buy these for even a genuine one. I think they're only about 20 quid, but it's not broke, there's no problems with it, so I'm just going to chuck some bleach and hot water in it. Hopefully that gets it clean enough. If it doesn't, I will consider getting a new one. But I'm not going to spend a crazy amount of time trying to get it clean. So the intercooler pipes and the intake manifold, I have cleaned them, and I've tried brake cleaner. I've had the oven cleaner on it, and they still look really old, so I'm going to put some DHT spray on them just to make them look new again. So all this vacuum system, I took it off to clean it really, and this bracket, it's not bad, it's got a bit of rust on it. I'm going to strip these pipes off it, clean all the pipes up, and then give that a quick spray, give the bracket a quick spray. So this rocker cover, it's pretty hard to get this sludge off. All the nooks and crannies down the side, and I'm having to scrape it all off. So I'm going to do my acid bath now. Basically, it is 1 litre of water, 100 grams of citric acid, and 40 grams of washing soda, and then a splash of washing up liquid as well. So I got this recipe from a YouTube channel called Beyond Ballistics. Definitely check that out. It goes into the science of it. It creates the right sort of pH level that it will eat away at the rust, but it won't eat away at the metal. So it does react like this for a few seconds. Give it a stir around. Wait for the reaction to stop, and then you can start putting rusty bits in. So the reason I'm trying this is these clips are pretty expensive. They're 4 quid each. So I could get Jubilee clips, but I prefer to give it a go out of interest more than anything else. So I've left these in, it's been about 3 hours, and it does seem to have worked pretty well. A lot of the rust has just fell off, and bits that are left, just scrape them away with your fingernail and they fall off. So pretty impressive. So there are this bolt here, this is one of the rocker cover bolts, that's come out, it's come out like new, but then I've got other ones and it's just barely touched them, so I'm not sure what that is. Also on some of these, there's some sort of, I don't know if it's paint or a coating, it's perhaps had a zinc coating on it, so that's flaking off. So even though I've got the rust off of this, I'm going to paint these with VHT paint as well. Probably some zinc primer first. So that is looking 100 times better. So now I'm going to get this neck piece back on. I've put a new seal on that as well. That was £2. And then I've got a new cap. It is a Febby cap. I think that's a OEM. The cap was a £5, or the seal was £2. So I've just got a new cap for it. So I'm just going to put everything back together now. Get all the parts back on. Get all the fluids changed as well. So the coolant, the oil. I'm going to do the power steering fluid as well, because that's looking quite old. Get a new air filter in. I'm going to put a new fuel filter in as well. So I've been driving this for a couple of weeks now since I cleaned all the engine. Done a big trip as well. I did sort of 400-mile round trip down to Cambridge, and it's still looking quite clean in there. It's really good. Glad I did it. Definitely worth it. It's not depressing every time I open the bonnet now, and it's not cost me much at all. I've not added it up, but it hasn't cost me much. Just a bit of hard work, really. Hardest thing was actually cleaning the plastics, cleaning the rocker cover and the airbox, and getting all the black plastics done. That took the most time. The rest was pretty straightforward and quick. The coolant reservoir came out quite well inside. A couple of little bits in there. I can see the water level clear. So this battery cover, that's the original. So that's T5, and that doesn't quite match up. And the same with the cover this side as well. Doesn't quite match up with the headlights, because obviously they're T6.1 headlights. This gap here as well. Not too sure what I can do about that. I'm just going to tidy that up a bit. So done quite a few miles, probably 500 miles altogether, and I've got none of that oily gunge around there. So the seal's obviously doing its job now, and everything stayed pretty clean. I have missed a couple of the clips. This one here at the bottom of the water. First time I drove it after putting it back together, I hadn't clipped the intercooler pipe back on properly, and that just blew as I was going up a hill. It blew off, so it splattered a bit of oil on there. So you do have to make sure those clips are sat perfectly. So when I've finished the campervan conversion on this van, I will get my other two cars engines cleaned. So thanks for watching. I hope some of you have a go at this, because it was pretty satisfying and pretty straightforward. Nice job to do. Even if you just do part of it, get the rocker cover clean or get the coolant reservoir done.